The quest to find the perfect board size. I personally wear a size 10.5 shoe. I used to wear 10s. Let's get right into it. This is not going to be a very visually appealing video, but if you want information, this is it. These are boards I've gathered over probably like 5-6 years or so. When I first started skating again, about 5 years ago, I picked this one up. It was the only one they had. I was gonna get an 8, but I picked this one up. Personally, I found out that this board was too flat and it was too long. I'm like, I think 5'9", 5'8" or something, I don't know. But this is the measurement. If you laid the tape down, hovered it across. So it was too long and too flat. And that's what I found out. And it was kind of tapered. It wasn't actually 8 1/4. It was kind of small. So this board was a weird shape. It was too skinny for how long it was. That was the problem with that one. This one was a gift. I didn't really skate it. It was too small. 7.87. Alright, we're back. They kind of fell down for a minute. Alright, this was an 8. I figured maybe, I didn't know if it was the size or the length. So I went with an 8. This board was pretty good. It tapered down though to 7.78 sword to tail. I don't like that. Had 14 1/4 wheelbase. It was the first time I rode one with the bigger wheelbase, and I liked that. But it just felt small because it was an 8. So that was the problem with that one. This one was a good size. I just broke it, so I didn't really get to tell if it was good or not. So that was like a 32 3/8 if you laid the tape down, and 32 if you hovered it across. Can't really tell with that one. I think it was pretty good. That was an ATM deck. Next, I got a blind. This was pretty nice. I liked the size of this one overall. This was long because the nose is big. The nose is like 7.5 if you laid the tape down. 7/8 hovering it across. 32.5 laying the tape down, and it made it to be 32 if you hooked the nose to the tail from the top side. It seemed kind of big. The nose seemed kind of big, but I ended up cracking it, so that told me something was probably off about it. The tail was a nice big size. I think that was a pretty good size board. The nose was just kind of big. And I found that out with another blind board. I got really mad with this shape. It said it was an 8 1/4, but it was actually more 8 1/8. The nose was huge. You see, the blind boards, the steepness on them is like 2 1/4. It's like really shoots up there. And it was pretty long, 32.5. It came to 32. That would have been good, but it just pissed me off that it was advertised as 8 1/4, but it was like 8 1/8. So I just snapped it. I got angry at that one. This one, this was a really good board, and I'm here to say why. So when you lay the tape down across this, it's 32 and like 3/8 long, but it was advertised as 32 1/4. The nose was a good size. When you lay the tape down, it was 7. No, that's the tail. The nose was 7 1/8, so it was pretty almost even. I like this lengths of those. But one thing to point out that I really liked about this, and I wonder why I liked it, was this part. You see how it dips down right where the bolt holes are. right on the back too. See the back bolt holes? Dips down right there. I like when boards do that, and I'll tell you why. Compared to, let's say this one. You got a flat one that doesn't really do that. It's really curvy. What that allows you to do is when you're doing back tricks, you don't have to pop and flick at the same time. You don't have to do like this. It's like a pop and then you can flick, because it creates like a lag. I like that because you're already ready for the catch, or you're already like waiting for the board to catch up to you, and it allows you to do that. You don't have to like bring it up to you and then like hope everything's gonna be okay. You do it, it comes to you, and then it's already like time to land your trick. That's what that shape does. This was a really good board. I wish I could still skate it, but I can't. It's all chipped. So, I got some other ones. I tried this one. This one was too long. And this was 32 and a half laying it down. 32 and an eighth laying it across. But the shape of the tail and the nose was good. And the tail was 6 and 13/16 laying it down. And the nose was, oh no, 6 and 9/16. 6 and 13/16 laying it down. The nose was 7 laying it down. So big tail, big nose. I liked that about that. But the overall was just too long. It was like 32 and an eighth flat. 32 and a half if you laid it down on it. So it's too long. So I had these. This laying it down was 32 and an eighth. Flat was 31 and 3/4. This one was too small. I don't know. This one came really small. The tail was like 6 and a half, 6 11/16, and the nose was like 6 and 7/8, 7/16. So that just felt small. And then this one, I rode this one. This one wasn't bad. I felt like maybe it kind of been kind of small overall length. Tail 6 and a half, 6 and 11/16. Nose was 7 and 8, 6, 7, 8. And that one, I feel like maybe I can skate that still up. One thing to point out as I started measuring is how much steepness the kicks have. 2, the real has a little more. It's like almost 2 1/4, 2 3/16. But the Baker still had 2 also on the nose, and 1 7/8 raise. If you laid it flat like this, how much it comes from the floor to up. So since I liked that one, I was able to skate these ones really well too. But it didn't have the same length, which was fine. I could still do stuff on it, but just maybe not as comfortable as I would. But this one is actually 32, 31 5/8. So these ones kind of came out different. 31 and 3/4, 31 5/8. They kind of came out, see, 31 3/4, 31 3/4. Different here and there. But I think this one will be nice because even though this one's that size, this one has a kick at like 2 and 5/8 almost. And this one's like 2 on the tail. So I'm still going to skate that one. That one looks pretty interesting. I have a feeling I'm really going to like this one. Big tail again. And then this raises up like 2 1/8 on the tail. And then this one on the nose raises up like 2 1/4. So let's see here. Let's compare that nose to that one. Yeah, you see, that one really shoots up. This one's more mellow. Too bad this one isn't with this one. But I'm on the quest to find really perfect board shape for me. Lay this down 7. What could we put? Combine. This might be really good shape. Except this is a little longer. This is you lay the tape down 32 1/4, flats 31 7/8. This one's 31 5/8, 32. This one might actually be a perfect shape. This one will do really well though. And I think because it has a better overall length. 32 1/4, when you lay the tape down, this is 32. It'll have a nice, longer, wider stance. Plus this has the 14.38 wheelbase. This is 14 1/4. So this one's gonna be a little bigger. This one's gonna be a little smaller. But I think the kick is good on here. I don't know. This will be a good comparison here. And of course, the Holy Grail, the perfect board, the happy in-between a nose and a tail. This is 6 11/16 on both ends. This is the Shotware's twin tail deck. I put this on. I was going to start skating it. I think I want to save it. I think it actually is a pretty good. It's going to be, I don't know, I might like the 7-inch nose. Whereas this one, 6 11/16, I don't know, it's a twin tail. So we'll see. The overall length of this one is 31 3/4. Just kind of like those ones. And I was saying they were kind of small. So this feels kind of small, but this reel is 32 1/4 to 31 7/8. So somewhere between these three is the perfect size. I know it. And I'm going to find it. I'm going to find it. And I know I'm right because I know that these ones, in case anyone wants these, I don't want them. The noses are too big on here. That goes up 2.5 on the nose, pretty steep. That goes up 2.5. I don't know, I might like 2.5, we'll see. But what I don't like is came as a 14-inch wheelbase. And what I don't like about this one is it tapers. It goes from 8 1/4 to 8 1/8. I don't like that. I like 8 1/4 all the way through. This one is the 14-inch wheelbase. So these two are just not right. So if anybody wants those, message me. But yeah, it's going to be somewhere between, let's see, measuring the tape all the way across, from 32 to 32 1/4, somewhere in there, after everything's said and done. And the length of the nose being probably between, when you lay it down, oh, these are both 7. Okay, so it is 7. Okay. Overall length, somewhere between 32 and 32 1/4 when you lay it down. And the tails, flat 6.5, flat 6 11/16. Lay it down 6 11/16, 6 9/16. Okay. So like a 6 9/16 tail would be good. So I'm thinking 6 9/16 tail with, you know, a nice 2 1/8, 2 1/4 steepness, 7-inch nose, with like a 2.5, 2 1/4 steepness, with overall length of you lay the tape down. I haven't ridden this yet. It might be too big, so I don't want to say 32 1/4, but
32. I think I like the 32 and a quarter length. Laying it down because it comes out to 31 and 7/8. I think I might know what perfect size is. We'll find out.